Food. It's who we are and everything we do. It's both our sustenance and our pleasure. Some would even say our passion. Truthfully, food has shaped our history. From simple hunting and gathering to agriculture and the invention of cooking, food has been the birth of civilization. It was the search for precious ingredients and spices that built trading routes and empires and the discovery of new worlds. For nearly 70 years now, the Culinary Institute of America has been educating the world about food and changing the way the world looks at food. Before the CIA, one of the only ways to get a culinary education was to find an apprenticeship. Educating in this ever-changing world today means that we listen and evolve with the industry, and then set the pace with bold new initiatives. Like the Marriott Pavilion that houses some of the industry's foremost conferences on health and wellness and culinary advances. Our innovative culinary science degree is a groundbreaking opportunity to advance the food industry through science-based knowledge and principles. Education is our mission. We've been on the cutting edge of world cuisines, fusing the old and the new with our Bocuse restaurant in New York, which features traditional French cuisine re-envisioned through the lens of modern techniques. And with the CIA San Antonio's NEO, which brings Latin cuisines to a whole nother level. As the industry focuses on specialization, CIA has focused its attention on critical areas of the food world through educational concentrations for students in such topics as farm to table. These education advances have been guided by key initiatives that are critical to today's food world: professional excellence and innovation, health and wellness, world cuisine and cultures, and sustainability and food ethics. Truth is, though, we've been setting the pace in the food world all along. From its earliest days, the CIA has stood for professional excellence and innovation, creativity, and world-class culinary education. It was 1946. World War II veterans returning home were in need of practical job skills. Francis Roth, a prominent attorney, together with the New Haven Restaurant Association, opened a small storefront cooking school. Very modest and humble beginnings indeed.
When the veterans began returning to our area of Connecticut, we found that we had no place for the training of former ship's cooks and Army mess sergeants into the restaurant and hotel kitchens of this country.
On May 22nd, in a small storefront, a mere 16 students began to hone their skills, and within a short time, the enrollment quickly grew to 75. Mrs. Roth, with her friend Catherine Angel, would become the co-founders of what we now know today as the Culinary Institute of America.
Well, I think if you're going to be really a leader in your field, the more training you get, the better. And you're never through learning. It goes on and on.
Besides teaching the necessary skills of the trade, an important initiative of the founders was to elevate public perception of the food service worker. It was imperative to change this perceived image to that of the respected food professional by emphasizing the values of behavior, work habits, sanitation, and strict uniform standards. Today, those efforts have resulted in the great recognition and respect given to the profession of chef. To acknowledge student achievement and elevate respect for the education they received, the college was the first to offer an associate degree in culinary arts, then in baking and pastry arts, and soon offered the first ever bachelor's degrees in those subjects. By the late 1960s, enrollment had topped 1,000. The CIA clearly needed to expand, so in 1972, it moved to Hyde Park, New York. Since then, the faculty has grown to over 170 instructors, and there are more than 40 working kitchens at the Hyde Park campus alone. Now, we have 9 public restaurants and 4 campuses in New York, California, Texas, and Singapore, the college's first international location, each offering world-class facilities.
I think most good chefs like to share their secrets and they like to teach.
Blazing new trails, the college needed quality textbooks, and with none available, they had to create their own. The first edition of The Professional Chef. Today, the Pro Chef is also available as an interactive tablet edition. To teach culinary skills more efficiently, the college then retooled the traditional semester structure and introduced the very unique and innovative progressive learning year system. In this way, students could build their knowledge and skills like a foundation, a layer at a time. By 2011, the college saw the need to offer more specialized culinary education. That led to the CIA offering new concentrations in its bachelor's degree management programs, and the college moved into the burgeoning science arena, adding the exciting bachelor's degree in culinary science. The college has always been closely connected to and affiliated with food service industry professionals, whether they're our graduates or others in the profession. The college is proud to recognize excellence in the culinary profession with its annual CIA Leadership Awards, the Augies. Thanks to popular media like the Food Network, many CIA grads are counted among the growing number of successful celebrity chefs. In the 80s and 90s, the general public's awareness of eating healthy began to shift. Nutrition and sanitation had always been taught at the CIA since the early days in New Haven. These studies were further enhanced by the launch of the General Foods Nutrition Center and the professional chef's techniques of healthy cooking. We've since teamed up with the Harvard School of Public Health to present the first Worlds of Healthy Flavors Conference. A second partnership with Harvard created Healthy Kitchens, Healthy Lives, a semi-annual event that educates doctors on the latest nutrition science. America is really a melting pot of many nationalities, and ultimately many cuisines. The early curriculum at the college was all based on the classical Northern European cuisines and introduced the first hands-on, student-staffed public restaurant course. American cuisine had yet to come into its own. By the late 1970s, American chefs needed to learn more about U.S. regional foods to advance their creativity. The college researched local American menus, added American regional cooking to the curriculum, and opened the award-winning American Bounty restaurant, an influential landmark in the emerging American cuisine movement. More cuisine-specific additions have included the Caterina de' Medici restaurant in the Colavita Center for Italian food and wine.
At this school, you learn everything.
C'est une école qui a su garder les principes de cuisine.
It's a school which has kept the principles of cooking, of cuisine. And I'm going to come back with another idea.
Je pense que c'est sûrement la meilleure école du monde.
I think this is the best school in the world.
The French chef Paul Bocuse, considered the greatest, most influential chef of our time, was so impressed by the CIA that he decided to enroll his son. To create a new center for advanced studies in global cuisines, flavors, and beverages, the college added its California campus, the CIA at Greystone. Now, the annual Worlds of Flavor Conference at Greystone is the thought-leading forum in America for world cuisines and emerging food trends. The growing popularity of Latin American cuisines made it the next logical area of attention. So, the CIA has responded with the addition of its third campus in Texas, CIA San Antonio. To explore Latin American culinary traditions and promote the development of Latino chefs, we are moving forward with culinary education programs, Latin American cuisine classes, and conferences. And the campus restaurant, Neo, celebrates the authentic cuisines, cultures, and bounty of Latin America. It was also time to rethink classic French cuisine. The result is the Bocuse restaurant, a perfect blend of traditional French cuisines with bold, modern techniques. Expanding globally, the CIA launched its fourth campus in Singapore to provide culinary and hospitality education. The CIA has partnered with other leading institutions to launch learning and sharing on critical issues like nutrition, sustainability, and diversity. During the farm-to-table cooking concentrations, students are introduced to the philosophy, key concepts, and practices at the center of the farm-to-table movement, and all of this is under the guidance of legendary chef Larry Forgione. Other research advances at the CIA include the Menu Research and Flavor Discovery Initiative and the college's collaboration with the University of California, Davis on food sourcing and sustainability. Its Marriott Pavilion in New York accommodates conferences with local growers, sustainability seminars, and other such important industry initiatives. So you can see, only one college, the CIA, is still advancing the food professions and the American diet after nearly 70 years.
I went to a book signing for Julia Child, and when I approached her to sign my book, I said, I'm an aspiring chef. And the most important thing she told me was that I must go to the Culinary Institute of America because, quote, it's the Harvard of culinary schools, end quote. That's straight from Julia Child's mouth.
As a private, not-for-profit college, our mission is simple yet profound. Provide the world's best professional culinary education.
And I do believe that ours will be a permanent school for all time because of the need.